Time now for your forewarned weather with Thomas Keyboy.
Good morning, Utah. Happy Friday. The time is currently 5:44. For the most part, across the Beehive State, it's a relatively quiet start to the morning. Now, with that being said, there are still at least a few snow showers that we're seeing, mainly in the high country in northern Utah. And one place that has been seeing some snow throughout the overnight has been around Cache Valley. So there are still going to be some slippery roads out there as you hit the road on this early Friday morning. And it looks like we're also starting to see a little bit more snow finding its way from Box Elder County, trying to work its way into Weber County. So for those of you in Ogden, if you're planning on hitting the road within the next 30 minutes, just keep in mind you could start to see some light snow with temperatures below freezing. Anything that falls will likely begin to stick. But not only are we seeing snow falling from the sky in the high country in northern Utah, but we're also seeing times of blowing snow because it is breezy out there. We have two winter storms that are going to be moving through as we go through the next 72 hours. And because of that, the National Weather Service has already posted winter storm warnings that are in effect now and will continue through 5 o'clock in the morning on Monday. So you can more or less think that these will continue through Sunday night. And for those of you in southeastern Idaho, there is a blizzard warning currently in place through 5 o'clock in the morning tomorrow morning, as you could see wind gusts over 60 miles per hour and also snow accumulations over 5 inches in the lower elevations, 10 inches plus in the high elevations. But for the winter storm warnings that we have, which include the Wasatch Mountains, the Wasatch Back, and the Wasatch Front, we are expecting some very healthy accumulations over this 72-hour period, where most of our northern and central mountains could pick up over 2 feet of snow, over 20 inches possible for the Wasatch Back, 5 inches for our valleys. The one thing that could make it a little bit tricky for our valleys is the system coming in between Saturday and Sunday will have a little bit more warm air associated with it, so there is a chance for a brief period of time some valleys could see rain. So if you do see that, then obviously your totals will be impacted. Meanwhile, the Bear Lake and Bear River valleys could pick up between 8 to 18 inches of snow. Strong winds may be upwards of 80 miles per hour for the peaks in some of our northern mountains, blowing snow and very difficult travel. So we're going to be moving into a very active period over the next 72 hours, especially in northern Utah. In the meantime, here's what it looks like. Ogden, Nordic, and Liberty in the Wasatch Back, snow falling from the sky, and you can definitely tell that we've seen healthy amount of snow the last several days. Here's the view from Red Cliffs Lodge in Moab. It's just cold, a little bit breezy, but otherwise clear as we look at twinkling stars above. A really pretty view. Temperatures this afternoon will be similar compared to what we saw yesterday. And throughout northern Utah, the chance of snow will be increasing through the day, while for those of you south of I-70, you'll mainly check in with partly cloudy skies. Let's go ahead and begin the Futurecast. I'll start this at 8 o'clock this morning. And the Futurecast showing that the best chance of snow through the first half of the day will mainly be in the high country, but then that chance in our valleys begins to ramp up this afternoon as that cold front works its way in. So from this afternoon into this evening, we'll likely see snow spread along the Wasatch Front, which could lead to a very slippery Friday evening commute. Scattered snow showers continue in the northern half of the state as we go from today through tonight, maybe becoming a little bit more isolated first thing on Saturday. But once that first storm system clears, our next one will be arriving going from Saturday night into Sunday. A good chance for wet weather basically across the entire state by late Saturday into Sunday, with scattered snow showers expected to continue through the day on Sunday. But as mentioned, with a little bit warmer air, there is a chance that some of our northern valleys, at least briefly for a time, see some rain. Here's a look at the snowfall potential through tonight into Saturday morning. Very healthy accumulations for our mountains, while some valleys could pick up maybe a few inches plus. And then we add even more to that as we go from Saturday night into Sunday. Here's a look at your expected snow totals through the next 72 hours, kind of breaking this up between today and tomorrow, then between Saturday and Sunday. Valleys 1 to 4, and the next 24 hours 3 to 6 for the benches, 6 to 12 for mountain valleys, mountains 10 to 20 with the cottonwoods 1 to 2 feet. And then the system that arrives going into Saturday and Sunday could bring even higher totals across the northern half of the state. In St. George, we'll be in the low 40s today, partly cloudy skies, but between late Saturday and Sunday, there will be at least a chance that we could find an isolated shower. And given the timeline, depending on when the wet weather arrives, could be rain, could be snow, but more likely rain with this particular system coming in. Quieter conditions as we go from Martin Luther King Day into early next week, with daytime highs mainly in the 50s, very seasonal for this time of year, with overnight lows staying near or below freezing. Then along the Wasatch Front, snow showers the next several days. Likely won't be nonstop snow, but will come in waves, could be heavy at times, will be windy as well with pockets of blowing snow. Daytime highs generally in the mid-30s, overnight lows in the 20s. And then once the system on Sunday clears, we turn even colder from Martin Luther King Day into Tuesday. Daytime highs right around 30, overnight lows in the teens, with temperatures slowly moderating and bringing back a slight chance for some snow showers by the middle of next week.